and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is part 4 of the Turning Sims into Voidcritters series. This is the Wind Element episode, and we are turning 4 Sims into 4 different Voidcritters of the Wind Element. This first Voidcritter is Meduso, which is the common wind Voidcritter, and it kind of looks like a pudding. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like this blue turquoisey pudding type thing with kind of ears. I don't know. It's a bit weird. It's also got a really cute little smile, which actually the Voidcritter lore tells me that it is not a mouth. Apparently it is often mistaken for a mouth, but actually it is one giant nasal cavity. So that's interesting, I guess. But anyway, I found this episode very hard to record because all of the Voidcritters were really difficult to translate into Sims. Every single episode so far has gotten increasingly harder. Episode 1 was fairly easy, but ever since then, it's just gotten harder. This episode was so difficult. All these Voidcritters were really difficult to make. But anyway, I wanted this Sim to have very flowy outfits, so I went with a dress. I wanted a very kind of poofy one to simulate the structure of the Voidcritters. I was really pleased with that Voidcritter, but the rest was so difficult. So this next Voidcritter we've moved on to is Aisu, and this is the Voidcritter which is referred to as the gem-snatching bird, because basically it's a magpie. It's a bird that steals gems and shiny things, and it just really likes sparkly objects and just things along those lines. This Voidcritter was the most difficult. So hard to make because I couldn't find anything for this Sim to wear. I eventually came up with something, but it wasn't nearly as colourful as I wanted it to be. So I wish I could just increase the vibrancy on the outfit, but I don't really know. I did include a lot of jewellery for this one because it's the gem snatching bird, so I felt it was only fitting. The thing I did like about this Voidcritter was I got the hair spot on. In the picture of the Voidcritter, you can see it's the exact same colour, it's the exact same style as that hair. But what I did get quite disappointed with was because I chose that colour for the hair, it meant this Sim was lacking a lot of colour, which I wanted to replace with the outfit, but I couldn't find any outfits that looked right and could show off the necklace, apart from the one I chose, which didn't have any good colours. It had a purple swatch, but it was a very light purple, and I was quite disappointed with that. And I also thought I should have done this video after that new gem jewellery making pack comes out, because that would be so perfect for this Voidcritter. And also the next Voidcritter, not the next one, the last one, Dicotal, because that one also has a gem on its forehead. So I thought, whoa, that would have been so useful to have by now. But I'm a bit early for that, a couple weeks. So that's quite annoying. Anyway, this Voidcritter was a little bit easier. This is Nimbus. Nimbus is basically a cloud that does gardening, and it rains on the plants, which helps them grow, I imagine. It can get a bit angry sometimes because in the Voidcritter TV show, some teenagers destroy its garden and it chases them for weeks on end until the main character gets it to stop. But I was quite pleased with this one. I think the moustache was perfect. It was a very accurate depiction of how it looks in the picture, so I was pleased with that. And I quite liked the general aesthetic I got for this Voidcritter. I was not too disappointed with this one. So I think mainly it was just the second and the fourth one which I found really difficult, because the first and the third were okay. Anyway, this is the last Voidcritter, the Dicotal Voidcritter, which is basically a flying serpent, and this one was so difficult. And sadly, I didn't realise it at the time, but I actually use a hairstyle that I used in the very first episode for Pluero. I used the kind of mohawk thing. So I'm really annoyed that I reused it. But I couldn't think of any hairstyle that fits, because this Voidcritter has scales, it doesn't have hair. But it was really hard. I think definitely with the masculine Sims as well, there are such limited options to choose from. It just makes it so difficult. I do actually really like that top that I chose. I haven't used it before, And I don't know how well it really fit in with this Voidcritter, but I kind of just wanted to use it. So I just think it's quite an interesting top and it's quite unique. I did change it to the purple swatch though, so I didn't want to keep the grey because I felt it just didn't fit, so I had to change it. Even though I did really like the floral pattern, but it's fine. I went with the purple stripy one instead. I wish there was a floral purple one, but there wasn't, so I was quite disappointed with that. And I think I've just about finished the episode, so if you enjoyed this video, it would be amazing if you could leave a like down below, maybe leave a comment, subscribe, or share it with a friend if you really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye!